You walk into a room. The air feels different. Something invisible tugs at your mood, but you can't put your finger on it. Ever felt that? Like there's a part of yourself quietly shifting, but it wears a gentle smile and calm words. You think you are letting go of this old self, but maybe it's just wearing new clothes. This quiet presence isn't some enemy lurking in shadows, waiting to be defeated. It's wise and patient. It adapts as you change. Sometimes it even takes the shape of calmness and peace, saying softly, "I am beyond all that." And when you believe it, you might feel caught, held by what you thought you'd left behind. But don't blame this part of you. It's not an enemy, but a companion in life's play. Imagine a stage where you wear many costumes: a seeker, a teacher, someone searching for truth. You play these roles so well that you forget you're acting at all. Awakening pulls back the curtain and shows you that you're not just the actor or audience, but the entire play itself. That can feel unsettling because this quiet self likes clear borders. It wants a story, someone becoming someone else. Awakening dissolves that story. When this old self starts to loosen, a strange unease comes. You notice that things you once held dear, your beliefs, your identity, were just supports to help you climb your path. Now, those supports gently fall away. So who are you without them? This moment is rarely talked about. The deeper journey isn't about finding light, but about meeting emptiness. At first, the silence around you feels refreshing. But soon, it can seem strange, even lonely. You realize you were tied not to things outside, but to your own story. When that story fades, withdrawal follows. Real awakening isn't about stepping into light right away. It's about seeing you were never really in darkness, just holding on to shadows. When illusion fades, you stand bare, without anything to hold. This is what many call the soul's deep night. Not scary, just raw and real. Some turn back here, fearing the vastness they meet. They say, "I wanted peace, not emptiness." But peace doesn't come from avoiding the dark. It grows by welcoming both light and shadow, the small and the great, the self and what lies beyond. The whole includes every part, even the illusion of being a part. Long ago, I believed awakening would make me a better person, kinder, calmer, more patient. But over time I saw awakening doesn't add, it reveals. It shows what quietly waited beneath masks and pretending. Sometimes the truth shines bright, other times it cuts deep, because you see what you hid even from yourself. That is the turning point, the moment you face what's inside. If you turn away from the dark parts, you'll only rebuild what you tried to dissolve. But this time, it may call itself wiser, enlightened. It loves titles and praises, wanting to be seen as the highest. And that's fine, if you see the disguise. The key is to dance with this part of you, not fight it. Because if you try to destroy this self, who does the destroying? Another self, caught in the same dance. So instead of fighting, learn to smile inside. When you notice this quiet self dressing up in peaceful robes, just nod. You've seen it. Seeing it softens its hold. This self is just waves on the surface of a vast ocean. You are the ocean itself. Waves rise and fall, anger, joy, doubt, peace, but none change the water beneath. The last act is when this self says, "Now I have crossed beyond myself." And there, the cycle starts again. True awakening is not a goal to grab, it's what remains when reaching stops. When you see through your own ambitions, don't worry. That's the first real step. The light you chased was never outside. It was the quiet watching all along. That silence is home. Trying to wake up is like trying to fall asleep. The harder you push, the more alert you stay. When you relax and surrender, sleep arrives naturally. Enlightenment works the same way. When you stop grasping, it flows in. But watch closely. This quiet self is clever. It might pretend to let go, just to hold even tighter. The game never ends, only how clearly you see it changes. Life isn't a problem to fix, it's a play to enjoy. When real awakening comes, you realize nothing was wrong. You were always both dancer and dance, wave and sea. But before this clarity comes confusion. Light only shines because darkness exists. The rhythm of life moves in opposites. When you feel lost, empty, or alone, Don't see it as failure. It's part of your clearing. Old stories dissolve. The own in control is gently led off stage. That quiet self will protest, saying you lose yourself. But really you shed a false self, one that never belonged to you. Awakening subtracts, masks fall away one by one. Selves you crafted to protect and explore, until only presence remains. This presence is you, always here, listening to these words now. It's the stillness beneath noise, the quiet beneath sound. When this dawn arrives, laughter often follows, because you see how serious you were taking a dance that was never a battle. You thought you were chasing something far off, but you were already home. The seeker and the sought are one and the same. Then, that quiet self gives up, not beaten, but understood. You can't fight a mirage, you can only see it clearly. And then it fades like clouds parting. Some ask, if all is one, why do we suffer? That's the hardest question. Suffering is part of the dance. Without it, no deep kindness or art exists. Life wants to feel itself fully. From joy to despair, birth to death. It becomes you and me and every heart asking, why? The answer is this: experience itself. To forget so it can remember. Like a game of hide and seek, the divine hides inside you, pretending absence, pretending separation. Then one day, surprise, you find yourself. Oh, it was me all along. That's awakening. But it's not an end, only a new way to play consciously. Now you can enjoy the whole dance, laughter and tears, wins and losses, love and loss. All hold freedom because none define you. You are the space where it all flows. So the dark side of awakening is simply the other side of light. When you see that, fear falls away. You trust life's natural rhythms, the bright times and the confusing ones. You stop forcing things. You let your soul seasons turn. Summer clarity and winter doubt, all part of one melody. In that melody you find peace, not escape but connection. You might wonder, what now? The answer is simple: nothing. Just watch and notice. See thoughts, feelings and roles arise and fall. Don't push. Let awareness observe itself. In this ease, change happens like ice melting in sunlight. You don't fix yourself. You discover what's true by watching. They say in the East, before awakening, you chop wood and carry water. After awakening, you chop wood and carry water. The difference? You're not pretending to be the door anymore. The work remains, but the one who does it fades. Life moves through you naturally. Awakening isn't about floating away in bliss. It's about being fully here, in simple acts, washing dishes, laughing, loving, grieving, seeing the everyday as sacred. Then spirituality loses its special status. You stop chasing highs or tales of visions, because a simple cup of tea, a breeze, feels deeply divine. The extraordinary lives in the ordinary. Then you realize awakening was never about becoming. It was about remembering how to be exactly this. The rest was a story to lead you home. The last trick of this self is to try holding on to this understanding. But awareness needs no holder, it holds itself. When you clutch awakening, it slips away. It isn't an object to own, only a life to live. So live, laugh, dance through mystery. Mistakes, bow to them. Pain, breathe it in. Love, love without hold. That is true waking, being fully human without resistance. Look back someday and see nothing was wasted. Every heartbreak, doubt, dark night was part of coming home. Even that old self, rough as it was, served the dance. It was the friction that lit the flame brighter. You can thank it quietly. You did your part, old friend. You kept me safe till I was ready. And in that thanks, it softens and rests. Here you are now, not enlightened, not lost, just here, breathing and listening. No goal remains because there never was one. Only this endless moment unfolds with ease. The universe isn't a problem to solve but a dance to enjoy. You are not a mistake. You are the music. Every note, even the off ones, needed in the song. If you feel lost, smile. You're where you need to be. Don't rush away from dark. Explore it. Don't try to force away that old self. Understand it, because resistance tightens grip. Look with love and it loosens. And one day, maybe soon, you'll laugh seeing that there never was a you. To wake. Only life waking itself, again and again. If this speaks to you, join our community. Subscribe to walk this path together. Remember, I am home in this moment. If you're ready to keep walking toward calm and clarity, subscribe. This is only the start.